let me connect, let me open up, and then all of a sudden, that's what can. And I think you coined this in one of your videos. It can help a bottom get wet.
Welcome back to Butch Queen After Dark, the podcast you should not be listening to at work or at church or while sitting with your mama. Today, I have a very special guest. He is based in New York. He carries Punjabi and Thai heritage, and he's using his body, his gaze, and his presence to expand what representation in gay porn can look like. Please welcome the future groundbreaking and pioneer, Asaad Gulati. Welcome.
Wow, you make me sound like a superstar already.
I mean, you already are. You already are. Tell me a reason why you're not a superstar right now.
I just started late. That's probably, I would say I just started leaning into what I wanted to do. And I think if you really lean into what's calling to you and you let go of doubt or shame,
Okay.
you're more likely to achieve it because the doubts won't be there in your mind, because you have your support with you to be like, yeah, you could do it. Well, yeah, do it, of course.
Right.
And then when you're doing it, then it's like, I feel like you begin to feel like, oh, maybe this is what I was missing. When you feel like something's missing, you're like, oh, wow, I'm in this space with these other people who are really creative, really kind, connecting, understand my mindset, what I'm trying to do. And it's really great. I think if you, again, tune into it with the right people, have the right support system.
Yeah. I mean, that's really wonderful insight. And we're going to get it all into your content creation, how you got into that journey, everything, which I'm so excited to talk about. But before we do, let me ask you some icebreaker questions, okay?
Sure, let's go.
All right. What was your sexual awakening or one of your sexual awakenings?
It's probably in high school. And I was the cheerleader. And
Well, you were? Okay.
yeah, I was cheerleader. And I feel like there was another guy cheerleader, but we were always like just friends, but he just always was so nice in a way. I was like, he was like, I'll get the drink for you, Michael. I'll pay the meal for you. Would you like some ice cream? I bought you some. He's like, I'll get the door for you. Like, he was always so, and then he's like, so I had to edit my day. He was like, the muscles, like, what do you think? Are they big enough? You can feel them.
Really?
I'm like, I don't need to feel them. You look fine.
Were you not attracted to him?
He was very attractive, but he was becoming more and more attractive because he was just, he was comfortable with himself. And I was like, look, you're not gay, but in my mind, I was like, he's not gay, but he's just so comfortable. And he's just too comfortable, And he's like, I'll take my shirt off and flex for you. I was like, you don't have to do that, Matt.
This is
a
muscle worship king. Muscle worship king. He was ready. He was ahead of his time. You should have jumped on that.
But he would tell me everything, we would joke, and then I think that's when it became like, oh wow, like I need to find this, but in gay guy form.
Okay. So were you out at that time?
Yeah, I was. So
you were out. Okay.
Confused. He was just, sometimes flirtatious and really like caring, and I was like, you're a great straight friend, Matt.
Stay over there.
Something happened at cheerleading camp, and then I feel like we could never talk about it again. But it was very much. I think it was like my first sexual experience. Fellatio.
Okay.
To him,
Was this the same guy you sucked his dick? Okay, let me shut up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did. And I was like, okay, is it weird? Like, we were still friends. He's like, no, it's okay. Like, we're still friends. And I was just like, I think there's this line of blurring where it's like, if someone is straight, they're straight, and if they're bi, they're bi. But if you're a friend, I think at that age, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It skipped all the cuteness and went straight to like, oh, man, I don't want to just do this.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a confusing time, right? Like
it was
like
a confusing time.
Young.
I am gay, but I'm also like, why am I not really like Queer as Folk, Queer as Folk, that when I would see that show or like Noah's Ark, I wasn't really leaning into it, and I was like, maybe I feel a little ashamed. But that's the awakening, because you have to kind of feel like, oh, am I ashamed? But then you'd be like, no, I'm not ashamed. But then some people stay in the shame.
Yes, forever. forever, right? Holding them back. They're scared to explore things, to love themselves, love someone else, right?
And that's where that you become stagnant, and I think that leads to a lot of things that I don't want to say on this podcast, but it can lead to a lot of things with mental health or the way you
For
perceive
sure.
yourself, the way you interact
For
with
sure.
people,
Yeah.
what you choose to lean on to help you interact with people. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you need to drink a lot, or you feel like you need
Yeah.
to like smoke a lot of this or that.
Drinking, drugs, more, reckless sex, like things like
hmm
that, fall into your vices to feel good, right? This
Yeah, and trying
happens
to like
to,
numb something. But if I'm like, no, I really want to be a part of the experience. I would like to remember.
mm, yeah, wow. And I mean, look at you now. Like now you are showing what it
Yeah,
looks like
and it's funny because
to be
I
a
remember
sexual
talking to
being.
you about it too. I was just like, I would like to because, with my background, Kama Sutra, that sort of like
Mm,
Punjabi, Indian. I actually don't. Ancestry says I'm Pakistani Punjabi because it says my ancestors are in like this region in Pakistan. Um,
okay.
but I say Punjabi because you can be Punjabi or Indian or Punjabi and Pakistani. So I say it as an
Mm,
encompassing thing. And then the Thai side, Thai people really they love the gays, gay culture, no problem. But it's really hard to see it in media, someone in porn.
yeah.
And the only person I knew before this, his name is Raj, goes by Raj Wright.
Okay.
He's just
Gonna look him
started,
up.
getting better in Canada. But in America, I was thinking like, there's no one here yet. I think
Mm,
Magic Mike, he's also, I think Punjabi as well, Indian. But
okay.
again, these are gay men who are like not ashamed, and that's that sexual awakening. So I would say the porn would be the second sexual awakening because after I did the
Absolutely.
content and I could see myself kind of tuning in, you know, I was like, wow, okay, I look really good. I think I look seductive. I think I
Yeah.
look like I'm really in it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there'll
Yeah.
be days where I'm like, I don't like that. Maybe that wasn't as my best, but that's you really getting to see yourself. Like, what's real, and the people watching will know what's real and what was not so real.
That's right. That's
And I
right.
want to make it authentic, and I want to make it real. And that was when I was like, okay, I can do this where I cannot be ashamed of myself. Hopefully, be something that other people can see in these countries of other gay men who look like me who can't be themselves for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
religion, the region, perhaps it's illegal,
Mm-hmm.
there's shame, and then they're like, if he's living his best gay life and living what he likes to do, I can do that too. I can find a way
That's
to do
right.
that. And you'll find a family who will accept you and be like, yeah, you should be free to be who you are.
You are showing it. You are out there living your best life. I love to see it. And we're going to get a little bit deeper into you being, a groundbreaker in this scene, right? You said before you, you said one or two other brown men that are in porn right now?
Yeah, so I've met another one. His name is Daniel Gainsbrook, also Canadian.
Okay.
They're all like Canadian. So I feel like,
Okay. We're
you know,
Canada.
yeah. So I would say like, but also like in London, and like Europe, it gets a little more like common. I think like the drag show, RuPaul's Drag Race. The what do you call the drag boy? The boys that come out shirtless. One of my friends,
Yes.
he's
The
done
pit
it for the
crew.
one in Europe, I think, like Germany. So it's a
Okay.
little more common, but here in America, it's still sort of like we haven't really hit it yet
Yeah.
with brown men. And when I mean brown men, I don't mean Latino men, but
Right.
like,
Right.
Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan, Pakistani, Punjabi, Middle Eastern. Like we're there, but for some reason it still hasn't like hit the mark yet,
Why
I
do you
feel,
think that is? What's going on?
I did some research about this. There often it's because they want their private life, they don't want their family to know.
So
Um,
cultural things.
Cultural thing, because I feel like East Asian gay men have really been really steady.
That's right.
And my friend Jason Luna, another friend of mine, his name is Jacob. They're
Oh yeah,
Filipino.
Jacob from LA.
Mm-hmm. They're
Yep.
Filipino,
Mm-hmm.
both are Filipino. Really
Yep.
represent. But I again, if I asked you to name 10 brown bottoms, you know, I can't really name any. I could name like
Yeah.
Armando Rizzo. He had to run so I
Mm-hmm.
could walk. I can think of
Mm-hmm.
like
And he ran.
Alex Alejo. He's Colombian. I think Marcel Bloom is Latino. He's Latino. But you see, I'm
I'll have to
thinking
check.
about it. I'm thinking, and I'm still like,
Yeah, if you
I
ask me
can't
to name 10 white tops, like it's so easy, right? Like
white bottom.
10 white bottoms, easy, right?
You know,
10
Latino.
black bottoms, easy,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? Yeah,
But
no
for me,
shade.
I'm
Like
like, what
it's
is it?
easy.
I'm trying. I'm naming Latino,
Yeah.
but I'm cheating. But when you get to me again, it's still like it dwindles. And so I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
okay, well, after my research, it was again they were saying it's hard to find someone who, again, culturally is willing to show their face.
Mm,
You know, and I thought about, okay, what if I don't show my face? Because there are a couple who they are, but they don't show their face. And he
okay.
messaged me. He's like, "Aren't you scared?" I was like, "Of who? Like, what, your family?" I was like, "No, I have the full
Mm,
support of my
mm,
family."
yeah.
And he's like, "That must be nice, you know?" Because I think if
Wow.
they don't see my face, they don't think like it's possible, and they need to see like this face that looks, again, whatever you think it might be. If you're gonna tune into it, fine.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. I'm not Latino, but if you feel like, oh, you feel seen, then that's great. I would hands down, I have to give a huge shout out to like the gay Black community and the gay
Mm,
Latino community. Like,
mm-hmm.
cheer me on from the get go. They're like, yes, go. They're like,
Yeah.
hermana, that is sister, sister, or they're like,
Yeah.
get it, girl, clock
Because
it.
at one point that was us, right? That was the Latinos, that was the black folks, right?
Mhm.
That was the Asian folks, right? Like every, marginalized group gets shunned out until one person steps forward and says, I'm here, right?
And makes
I can
that space.
speak to, yeah, that makes that space. I can speak to, like black gay porn and those guys back then, like just, making a little money here or there, not really showing themselves, not really having studios put them out there until you have someone like Bobby Blake. He comes along and it's like, turns everything out and becomes this big porn star and then invites other people to become big porn stars, right? It
Mhm.
always just starts with one good person
And that's advice that
to get
I have
out there.
gotten. It takes one person to open the door, because
Yeah.
some people feel like, okay, well, are you even going to be successful? You know, um, Look, I don't need to be no big superstar. I already feel content. When I mean,
Yeah.
I feel booked and busy. I feel so booked and busy.
As you
What I'm
should.
really
Yeah.
happy with is that, am I happy with what I'm putting out there? Am I representing in what I do? Am I enjoying the collaborations? Am I having fun? But am I making a point? And I would say a sensual, seductive way. Yes. And I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. But I do know that there is a space for that. And it is successful. People do want to see that, because also maybe people don't know. Some people don't know what Punjabi is, because I've many of my collaborations have been in places like Mexico, for example,
Mm-hmm.
or Miami, and a lot of my content collaborations, they're Latino. They're like, I didn't know that you were Punjabi or Thai. I thought you were
Mm.
Latino. So if they can see this, like, oh, that's Punjabi, I was
Yeah.
like, yes, like,
Yeah.
they can tune in. And if you make that space, because I've been told, like, do you ever feel kind of weird going to, like, maybe, for example, like a circuit party? You know,
Yes, that was going to be my question. How do folks treat you in like sex parties, circuit parties, club scenes? How do people
so
react to you there?
again, I feel like it's this shame thing. So if I feel that I'm a hippie, I am a Buddhist, but if you're going in thinking like, oh, I'm like so different, and no one wants me, or maybe I'm the odd one out, that is the energy that I believe that you're putting out there. And yeah, you might be different, but the different doesn't have to be bad. You're like, yeah, I'm different, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm proudly melanated, beautiful brown
Yes.
guy. I love this. If you don't love it, that's okay, because it's fine. It's not for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
But
Your
if you make
differences
that
are going to
space,
make you so much stronger.
yeah,
They're really going to set you apart. However, even as I said that, I was like, is that true in gay scenes? Because a lot of times, you know, gay folks like a very specific type of like man, you know what I mean? And if you stand out from that, sometimes they're like, you don't belong here, right?
really about who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're going with, and like, I would say, who's your chosen family at these events.
Yeah.
Because I've really been
Yeah.
embraced by, like, for example, like the Puerto Ricans. I don't know what it is. Like family, my tribe,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brazilians, they really just taking me in, you know?
Yeah.
And I would even say groups of like, I didn't mean to happen, but they happened. They were all white, but they were like so lovely.
The energy, the vibe, how they're treating you, right?
Hmm.
Just go to rooms and places that people accept and love you. And
Hmm.
if they don't, go find another room.
Yeah,
Because there's
you're
so
gonna
many
feel the
rooms out
vibe, and
there.
the vibe is off. You could just Homer Simpson into the bushes into another area.
Yeah.
You know?
Back up.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
exactly. That's what I do.
Let's get to some freaky questions. What is the freakiest thing you've ever done?
The freakiest thing that I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably being DP'd. I think that's probably some people are like, oh my god, you know.
Okay.
I like watching DP porn. I don't know why. I think there's something intimate about it because I'm like, this man is really opening up for these two people, you
That's
know?
right.
And at
That's
first I was
right.
like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna bleed to death?
No.
But
The asshole can do
it
wonders.
can stretch.
Wonders.
I've been told by the
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Butt guy, good friend, it stretches like a rubber band. You need to relax. It can't just, you know, punch it. You need to like just expand it, just open
Yeah.
it. But also it takes a level of like really relaxing your mind and your body. I do meditate
Yeah.
and I have to be like, I'm surrendering.
Talk about surrendering your asshole. What is that?
You're such the perfect host for this because
Thank you.
you can just relax someone, but it's making me smile because sex is a very intimate act, you know?
Yeah.
And if your body is closed off and
Mm.
you don't want it, you're not going to have a good sexual experience.
Gotta want it.
So,
Up here.
yeah. So you really, when I say surrender, I'm giving like my body to you, and by
That's
consent,
right.
I believe like being consensual is sexy. You know, I really want
Yes.
it, and the thing is, I really wanted to be DP'd. You
Yes.
know, and I wanted them to
Yes.
do it, and they had like warmed me up, and the chemistry was right, and it worked. And I've noticed that it goes best with couples. The
Okay.
couples have this intimacy of knowing each other. They know how each other's body works, and I've done it 3 times successfully, all
Whoa.
couples, and it's very like, and I say this because of my ancestors, it's very Kama Sutra because it's very powerful when it happens. Because when it happens, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm hitting a high. You
Hmm.
know, I'm really surrendering my entire body, fully in me, and it's a mix of like very hot, but also very beautiful. If I'm being
Yes.
completely honest.
Yes. I need to take some tips from you. I have tried to DP other folks maybe 4 or 5 times. It has never worked, and I hate it. I hate it.
Man,
I hate it.
I've tried 3 different positions, so and those 3 different positions worked.
And I think that's it. Like, I don't like the technical parts of it. As the top, for me to have to try to over here, move over, like for me, I don't feel like I'm getting pleasure out of it.
Mm.
Right. And no shade. And sometimes that's okay. Like, I'm not just in it sex to have pleasure for myself. Sometimes it's truly all about the bottom. But you're right in like doing it with couples, doing it with people that are more familiar. I think I was doing this with like people that I maybe wasn't as familiar with. So I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm. See,
when the dick
if
didn't
it was
go
with
in, I was like, I don't give a fuck about y'all anyway. I'm gonna go over here.
see, you know,
Y'all figure it
if it
out.
was someone like, let's say, your husband or someone you've
Yeah.
partnered up with before, who you were
Yeah.
tuned in with, that's what's gonna make it a better connection. But if it's with 2
Yeah.
people you've never been with, they've never been with each other, then you're really having to figure it out,
That's right. That's
you
right. Yeah,
know?
it's a lot of figuring out on the spot with someone you don't know.
Yes.
And I think you solved my problem. That's why it has been unsuccessful for me.
And that's what my thing is like when I say I'm a powerful bottom, not a power bottom, but
Talk about
powerful in the sense that
that.
I know my body and
Mm,
I know my boundaries and I know how I can open up and surrender and how I can allow
yeah.
a beautiful experience that I think is sexy and raw. It's hot.
You mentioned meditating, right? So I am primarily a top. I will bottom for my husband, but every time it's always a struggle, and it's been years of a struggle, right? So what do you do to center yourself? What do you do to relax in the mind as you're about to get plowed for dear life?
These are not poppers, okay? The people will say, "Oh, Thai people." All Thai people have this thing. It's like an inhaler. It's not poppers, but it has like eucalyptus. It's legal in Thailand. This is one thing I do,
Huh.
and I
I
kind of
have seen these. Yes, it's like a little stick. Yeah,
yes,
okay, I see it
you
now.
just
Yeah, okay.
unscrew it. That's one thing. It's not poppers. Poppers
Okay.
can help. But I feel like poppers can make you go soft as the bottom as well. So I don't know if you.
Okay.
So using this, but also really like saying to myself like I want this. and
Mm.
it's gonna happen because I'm gonna open up and relax and breathing. You're really having to breathe. You really have to. I mean, just think of it. If you're like clenching something, it's not gonna happen. But if you just open up a little bit,
Mm.
breathe. The breath work. It's a
Breathe.
real thing. Box breathing. It's like you
Talk
take a
about
deep
box
breath in
breathing.
on, yeah, breathe in on 4, hold for 4, and then breathe out 6. You know,
Okay.
do that three times.
Mm-hmm.
That box breathing can really help alleviate. But also, I'm in a safe space. These people are not putting pressure on me. It's fine.
Yeah.
The best sexual experiences there is that pressure is not there. Even like, for example, my collabs, the best collabs, they really are in tuned with themselves, make you feel comfortable, and you're able to really like lean into the experience fully.
So would you say it's important to find the right tops to be able to play a role in this relaxation and comfort?
Yes, because it's a two-way street, and a real good top doesn't have to just spit on you and throw you around. It can get to
They don't
that
have
later.
to. Yeah, they don't
It can
have
get to
to.
that later, but like in the beginning, really, it could be tender. If they could just be a little bit tender,
Yeah.
and maybe some bottoms don't like that, but for me, if you're a little bit tender, let me connect, let me open up, and then all of a sudden, that's what and I think you coined this one of your videos. It can help a bottom get wet, and if you get wet from cream, it will help you open up and relax,
Yes.
which is it's mucus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Your
think for
asshole
you,
is salivating.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But for you, maybe the asshole's not salivating because you're like, oh god, I want to get this over with. You need a little more time, maybe to perhaps be eaten out, maybe to
Yeah.
be like
Yeah.
touched or kissed or just feel comfortable. You
Yeah.
know,
My partner's not the problem. Like my husband, he's doing all the work. He's doing everything he's supposed to
he's
do.
doing
It's all
everything.
me. It's me.
10 stars
I
across the board for you, but you're
10
like
stars. But
clunch.
I'm 1 star. Yeah, I'm a 1 star bottom. And I'm trying to be a 3 star bottom by next year.
I'm telling you, this helps the box breathing, and really, you have to say outwardly, "I'm giving you my ass, honey. I'm surrendering my ass to you." And I'm doing this because not just for you, but I love you, but I want to be
Yeah.
the sexual partner for you.
Earlier you mentioned wearing like outfits and stuff like that. I think that's where I first noticed you wearing like really, really cool costumes, like little scandalous outfits. Talk about how it makes you feel to wear lingerie, underwear, these sexy outfits when you're going out.
So it really started because circuit parties, you were like, what do we wear these things? You're really hot. They say there's themes. Sometimes it feels like no one's wearing the theme and people are just wearing shorts.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And I got like a deal with this brand called CC Fool as one of their models. I'm still with them.
Mm.
And that really like took off. And it wasn't just with CC Fool. Then all of a sudden I got something from this brand called Trini Fool.
Mm.
And then this brand called Yours New York, gay owned here in New York City. And
Yep.
then Gem World Apparel, another gay owned
Yeah.
brand
Mm-hmm.
based in Atlanta. And they're just the faith in me in these costumes. I was like, okay, I can try, but I figured, I'm not paying for these, so why don't
Yeah.
I pick some cool things that maybe I wouldn't usually wear, but I feel like I could pull off? Like, I'll be honest, like thongs. Before then, I was like, I don't know how I feel about a thong. I think my first time wearing a thong was last year, you know?
Wow. Okay. Okay.
But I get it. It looks, people like it. They like it the way it looks on me. Um, at first I was like, oh no, it's going all into the mailbox. Is what I was saying. But I asked some dancer friends, like, how do you do to like not be so sway down there? Like you do your research, but then it made me feel more comfortable with my body and loving my body, since that I feel like
Mm.
I'm only this age once. I will only be this young once.
Yep.
You know,
We getting
I don't know
older
if I
every
can
day.
pull off that look when I'm 60. If I can, great. But in this moment now, I should be kinder to my body and with kinder eyes,
Yeah.
and uh, be a little more fashionably fierce. Because I had like a vision board, and one of my things it says become more fashionable and fierce. That's what it
Mm.
says. So I was like, let me
Mm.
try some of these outfits, which listen, I don't know what you would call some of these gay outfits, but like this
Gay
year
outfits.
it was a huge exploration of, okay, let me wear this lace or lingerie or this, I think it's a crop top.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's
This
a
piece I'm trying to
fishnet
figure out.
piece. I love costumes, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So to get all these costumes, to wear them to these events, and for people to like them, but also I feel like I would call it my Spice Girl era. Because the Spice
Okay,
Girls, they were always
okay.
wearing costumes and different
Yep.
things. And I do like to wear something that is a little out there, but that I like because it makes it memorable. I remember when I look back at the outfit, I remember where I wore that outfit. I remember what the
Mm-hmm.
event was, and it
Yeah,
was great. And it
yeah,
ties a
yeah.
memory to it.
Have you ever fucked in one of those outfits
But yeah,
at a party?
I mean, if I said no, people are like, you were lying. Yeah,
Like, I remember.
I have.
Okay.
It was. Do you want to know when?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a
What
Halloween
was
party. It was a
talk about
Halloween
Halloween?
party,
What happened?
and that the person had makeup because of the costume, and my friend was like, "Did that person eat your ass?" And I was like, "Maybe." She's like, "Yeah, because there's some of the makeup from their costume kind of on the back." She's like, "I can only tell because I saw you going up the stairs."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but I got into that. I got into that event for free because I was like, okay, they liked me. And they're like, where that costume was done.
Yep, yep.
And I'm like, great, sure. But I have, yes,
I,
no shame.
I love that. Now, what is your sexual fantasy?
I would like to be the only bottom in a gangbang, but in order to make it work, I've always thought about how can I do it to where I'm gonna feel comfortable and not regret it
Mm,
afterwards, you
mm,
know? And it has to be people I've worked with. And that's the thing. I was talking to other
mm.
people about it. How do you feel I want the tops to be able to connect as well, if they know each other, good energy, good vibe. So many people say that could be something that you produce. You produce that you reach out to the tops, you've worked with them before,
Yes,
they've worked with
yes.
you, maybe some of them have worked with each other. And that is what makes the best component in one of these scenes. I don't want it to be just ram, 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 goodbye, ram, 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 goodbye.
Yeah,
I'm really looking for wow, that was the gangbang. That was
yeah,
beautiful, but that was hot. I wish I could have been
yeah.
there, but I felt like I was there and I couldn't join because
Mm.
he was just stuck with those 10 guys, you
Okay,
know?
that was my question. How many guys? 10. Okay,
But
10
10.
guys.
10
Okay.
guys. And because
Can you
I feel
name
like
can you name someone or name 3 or 4 that you have worked with that you would want to invite to this?
who I would like to be in the gangbang, who I think would be
Yeah. Who's fucking you?
it's so, you're so muy malo. I'm learning Spanish right now, so I practice my
Okay.
muy malo means very bad. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes. See.
um, that comes to my mind that I think would be great. His name is Daniel Gainsbrook.
Okay. Okay.
He's fully Punjabi, based in Canada.
Mhm.
Act star.
Okay.
He doesn't like to do group stuff, but CJ
Mm.
Madison, he's been in porn for a while. His name's CJ Madison. He's really good at just making you feel comfortable. I would totally work with him again.
Mm.
And then there's another one. His name is Oleg. Yeah, he goes by X Russo, Russian. Again,
Okay.
he's just because with these people I'm talking about, I did laugh with them and smile and could relax. And that's the best sex is if you're laughing, smiling, you can relax. And
That's
people
it.
do like to
Yeah,
see some of
comfortable.
that in sex because they need to know it's not emotionless, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I want to know that you like each other. I want to know that
yeah,
when the camera's going off, you didn't just leave,
you didn't
you
just
know?
leave. And did I of course I was still fuck my pussy, fuck around my spit on my hole.
Yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
also being I know you think I look cute right now and you want to keep
Yeah.
doing it, but the other top has to do it too. Ha ha ha, little banter that happens,
Yes.
and it happens. And I would say those have been the best because they made me feel comfortable, warmed up.
Name someone you haven't worked with that you would want to work with. It's the dream collab.
And we're just spitting it out into the universe.
Yeah. This is how we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna contact him right after.
Oh my gosh. So I wish you'd give me some of these questions. His name is I don't know how to say it, CAIO V cow.
Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.
I,
C A Kaio?
because he's done.
He's Brazilian. Wait, Kyle Venera.
Yes, you know who I'm talking about.
I know this person. Hold on, he's beautiful. Hold on,
You know how to look him up.
Kyle. Yeah, I know Kyle. Hold on.
You know him personally?
No, not personally, but like, oh, who's this? Is this him? Kyle Veyron.
I believe so. Is he on Tim Tales?
I don't know, but I love Tim Tales. I'm an old school Tim Tales girly.
I am too. Tim Tales is what got me into like I could do DP, you know.
Yeah, Tim Tales is good. Hold on, I'm gonna text you this person's profile right now. I have to know if this is him because this person is beautiful. Okay, I just texted to you.
Let me like check it real quickly. Yes, that's him. That is him.
Okay.
He's on Tim Tales. I just think when he's making love and fucking, he's pounding. He's making love to you, but he's fucking you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he's doing you like he said he was gonna do you, but he's gonna respect you, but also be freaky with you, and it's just giving. That's right. I feel like he would be someone good to work with in the future.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that my smiliness, it's like, I think that's my thing. That's my charm. The way someone told me, he's like, Michael, you've got this like charm about it that you're gonna be smiley and you've got a good like personality, but you're also like cute, sexy at the same time. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, marketable. People want to see it. We want to see a nice, fun, cute bottom. Right?
Yeah, with big boobs.
We don't always want with big boobs. We don't always want to see the hard bottom, the angry bottom. Although I like those too.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There's space for them already. It's just like, and then people can watch both. They can just watch me. They can watch them. Yeah. There's plenty of it. But yeah, I'm not really good at being like, I don't have resting bitch face. Like I try like with sunglasses, but I don't naturally. I don't know.
I can't see it for you. I can't see you looking angry. I just can't.
I just like I try like modeling with people too, having to like look at each other. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Now we're winding down a little bit, but I have a listener letter here that I thought you could help with. It actually deals with lingerie. Okay, you ready? It says, "Hey David, this is something I've never said out loud. I'm a grown man and I love lingerie. Not as a joke, not as a costume. It makes me feel sexy, confident, and connected to my body. But the thing is, I only wear it under my clothes in private, under my work fit, under my jeans, under my hoodie. Nobody knows. I feel like I only have one life to live, and I'm wasting it by hiding my sexy ass underwear. How do I get over my fear?" What do you think?
Okay. I've never thought of that question, but okay, he's wearing it, but he's not
wearing it apparently. Which first of all, let's just address that. You're going out looking like this, and you got on panties. I love that. That's great.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, that in itself is very sexy, very seductive. I would say he could make a Twitter. Doesn't have to show his face. Be like, this is my fit, and I haven't seen this is my fit on the front, this is my fit on the inside. And I don't know if he's got tattoos. Some people might be, but people are gonna recognize me. But I mean that's one way, because you go, this is my fit and this is what I'm wearing under. That way he's still showing, or it could just be like, this is my fit under, and he just lifts it up and he's showing you what he's wearing.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to show face, front, just the front and then side. And then it could be like showing what he's doing. Like, this is my fit for today. This is what I'm wearing now, because people will celebrate that and like that.
Baby, that will be viral content.
Right?
Actually, if he does this, he's gonna have 1 million followers tomorrow. Like if the account is literally him headless, right, dressed like this in one picture, and the next picture is the lingerie under it, and he does that every day. Because I should do that. That is viral content.
You gotta know your audience. Like it would not work for me, because they're like, we know that body.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's Assad. We know.
It's true. So I might as well just show it as is. But I would say that's one way to do it. But also, he could always figure, like, maybe there's parties or events where people do wear, like, masks and things. Maybe he would feel comfortable going to a masquerade and something like that. Like, for example, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, people do wear fishnets and lingerie at those kinds of things. And he could always go to one. That way he could just not know the people there. wear that.
Yes.
So being in safe spaces where people are in costume,
Yeah.
and sharing that experience with other people, and he doesn't have to connect with them as much as he wants to, be in that
Right.
lingerie, and that's fine.
Yeah, I love that you said, like, get out there, go to, again, find a place where other people are doing what you do. You won't feel weird if everyone else is in lingerie, right? And, as a guy, not so many, but there are places like this for queer folks to express themselves in this way, right? So that's one way to do it. And I think there's another thing about, like, if you're still afraid to show your face in your own neighborhood, maybe go out of state, right? You're in another
Another
state, another country,
country,
another city. I
yeah,
mean, no shade. That's when a lot of these girls explore, is
they
when they
do.
are far away. You think these celebrities aren't going to
That's
sex
where a lot of
parties?
these men
Yeah,
explore. My
they're not
friends
going
went
to
to
sex parties
Thailand.
here, but they're going across overseas. They're going to sex parties in Germany and
Mhm,
Ireland
mhm.
and England. You know what I'm saying? So, like, go where you're going to feel most comfortable. Sorry,
Yes,
go ahead.
because if he does both of those, there's one that is expressive in art that other people can see, and one is actually expressive in person with other people, and that can be
Hmm.
very uplifting, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and when you're in that space, again, leaning to who you are, you'll thrive. Like,
that's
I don't know,
right.
does
That's right.
Folsom have like a lingerie section? I don't know.
I don't know, but you know
It
what?
is
If they
fetish.
don't, it's time that somebody starts it. So that's the other thing, like bringing it full circle, like being a groundbreaker, being a pioneer, right? Being a person that if you don't see yourself, then to put yourself in the places that you want to see, right? You didn't see a lot of folks that look like you in porn. You opened yourself up and put yourself there. I almost predict that there are going to be people that follow you. There are going to be people that look up to you like, oh, I saw Assad do it, so I knew I could do it,
I
right?
hope so, in a positive way. They're like, you
Yeah.
know what, like, because I this is not forever. This is like a, you know, success and then walk away at the right time, like it was great, and now it's time for someone
Yeah.
else to take it over and
Yes.
keep
Pass
it
the
going
torch.
and creative and represent.
Yeah. Yes. A beautiful thing. Well, we are coming to the end. I could talk to you all night. Thank you so much for being here and sharing all these wonderful, wonderful tidbits. Do you want to drop your socials so people know where to find you?
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram as Majestic, Majestic dot Assad, Asaad, or you can also find me on Twitter at Asaad.Gulati. That's Gulati 24. Asaad.Gulati 24 on Twitter for my more like naughty content. And that also has the links to other platforms such as OnlyFans or Just for Fans, which again use the same name, Asaad Gulati. Your
Okay.
Punjabi Thai powerful bottom.
Yes, Punjabi Thai Powerful Bottom. Thank you so much for being here. And we will see y'all next week on Butch Queen After Dark.
I
Goodbye.
can't wait. Thank you so much.
Yay. Of course.